Draw. Now with Foxy, are you familiar? Better swap them around. My apologies. Boom,
Yes.
boom, and boom. There we go. Now Adam is on
Okay.
Foxy and Ethan is on Monkey D. Luffy. Let's see what Ethan has. I do see how that he has a Bon Clay. Um, if he's going second, it will. I mean, that is going to be quite beneficial. Do you remember from the top of your head if Foxy has any removal?
Foxy doesn't actually have any innate removal, I believe.
Mm,
Actually, no, they do have a card that removes like 6,000 power, so it's actually relevant for the Nami blocker.
mm.
But he does have the 7 cost Foxy that does reduce power by 1,000
That
for
is
each
correct.
one.
Yeah, yeah.
And if he can load up on those, not only is he stunning the leader, he's also making the board significantly easier to defend,
Yep.
especially with things like slow beam kicking in to just slow down the entire game plan significantly.
Hmm.
Um, what we're going to see the Foxy try and do though is just get 3 Foxy Pirates on board as soon as possible and try and hit a couple of sources of ramp.
Yeah, as we can see here, Foxy plays his Porsche. Now he's going for the top, going
Top
for the yeah
top five
top five, yeah, top
for a
five. So,
Foxy Pirate.
and you can play a 4,000 power or less.
Yes. And that 4,000 power or less is going to be ideally. I can't see that one, but Chopper Blocker is always a good pick. Itamimizu is also a really good one. He's just like the Onigashima for the deck, and there he
Yeah,
is.
there he is. Oh, there is the Onigashima. Foxy Pirate goes for a 5K swing. We'll have to pitch out. No, and never mind. Can't even go for a 5K swing because it's a 6K leader, brother.
I mean, he still can.
Yes, he still can. Now, for Don turn play, he does have the Bon play available. We'll be able to ramp up to 5, wanting to go to the 8 Don before the Don phase in order to get his active lead, his leader ability to become active. Goes for a 7K swing, does take the life.
I think this
Mm.
is also fine.
Oh, he goes for the Zojuro. Okay, great start. Yeah.
Zoro is an interesting one.
I mean, ideally, you want to play Zojuro in the first turn because obviously just for that swing, and then you can play the Bon Clay up straight afterwards to go double ramp.
100%.
Yeah.
You're going to get 2 sources of ramp in once you've played a Zoro out,
Yeah,
so I
yeah.
completely agree. Also, it's being 4,000 power, it makes it so easy for it to just make sure it's actually a threat against Foxy.
Yeah, speaking of Bon Clay, there he goes. If you're gonna have a Bon Clay in hand, I'm gonna play one just before you, but brother. And so he plays a Bon Clay as well as a chopper, building up those defense. Now won't be able to swing into anything because obviously
Yep,
with Foxy being 5,000 power, but does use the mini. What is his name? The
Ida Mimizu to ramp one.
I'm gonna call it mini Ogashima. All right.
Yep, and what he's doing now is because he's already got a source of ramp out with
Hmm.
Ida Mimizu, he's actually already now stunning the leader. So he's not going to receive any pressure for the next few turns from Ethan.
Oh yes. Now,
So
oh, okay. Oh, Adam, just looking
he is
into
double checking what
when the leader ability does become active. It is not
yes.
currently active right now. It does have to become 8 Dawn or more before, like before the actual Dawn phase.
Yes.
So yeah.
So Luffy does trigger at the very, very start of the turn and not after you
Mm,
play your
yeah.
Don out and
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah. Goes for.
Um
Has he rested his leader or did he go for 8K?
he did
6K
swing
swing.
5k,
Oh,
but it was
6K.
just to proc the leader
Oh,
effect
oh yeah.
to stun the UP Luffy.
Okay. Okay. Yes. True. True. Now we're gonna go for a. It's a 6K. 7K.
7k.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a good number. It's a magic number. You want to be swinging 7 into Foxy.
Yeah, we'll have to pitch out a 2 and a 1 or either activate the blocker, but does take the life. Do we have any little blips, little leaks there? No, unfortunately. Adam
No,
is
we
very
don't.
secretive. Yeah.
But I am very curious to see how this matchup plays. I actually don't fully know of all of Foxy matchups across the board. Crazy, right?
Crazy, right?
But on paper, it sounds like if he can get enough board pressure out early enough, he can start chipping at Luffy's life to try and get it down to 0 before Luffy can go back to back Sanji into
Yeah.
Mihawk, Sanji into
Yeah.
Roger. Because once Luffy gets into that state where he's just slamming big bodies every single turn, Foxy can only stun one. He can't stun the entire board.
Yeah, well, that is also true, but also Foxy does have utilities in that deck. For example, the slow beam.
Slow beam does effectively stop another attack, which is an amazing card.
And Luffy is known to have a bit of not known to have any rush unless he's playing the 9 cost Luffy
Yes.
from OP13, OP09, no, OP09.
Yeah, the secret nut rush Luffy that draws one.
Yeah,
Love
that's
that
right.
card.
Now, I'm just contemplating whether he's going to do some Donovan like Clay, despite it being on the board in his field, won't be able to swing anything because the maximum he could actually copy is 4,000 power. But he goes for an AK swing into, dare I say, the Luffy. He does have one Don active, so he
Yes.
can play the Gear 2. I wouldn't. Yeah, Gear 2 doesn't want to use the Gum Giant as of yet, due to the fact that you don't want to be minusing your Don this early or this in the mid parts of the game. You want to try to keep your Don up to 8 8 Daunt in order to utilize the leader ability. Does take the life. Does he have anything? No, it's
No
not going
trigger.
no trigger. Okay, cool.
And it sounds like Adam knows what he's doing in this matchup because, as you saw, Foxy did just use the leader effect again, now stunning 2 different characters. So this is great. Like, he's putting on 8/8 pressure nearly every single turn. Luffy won't really be able to put any pressure back.
Mm-hmm.
So he might understand this matchup a lot better than most people.
Okay, so before he's using leader ability, getting himself a Uso Hachi, that chopper needs to be used sooner or later because, man, as you all know on play, if Luffy does have 8, so if the leader has 8 Don or more on the field, basically you can use Uso Hachi to just rest a 5 cost or less.
Yes, it is always a really good way to try and close out a game, especially when a lot of blockers in the game aren't more than 5 cost.
Yeah.
But at the same time, does he truly need to use that Uso Hachi on the chopper right now? Probably not, because
probably not.
Adam's at 4 life. Adam is chilling. Adam is like, I don't care what's happening. You can start playing your Sanjis and not swinging at me, sure.
Now he's on 10 Don right now. Wait, 10 Don? No, he's still. Yeah, he's on 10 Don. He just has 7 available.
Yes.
Dare I say that he doesn't have the Sanji in hand right now?
Is this another UP Luffy not hitting Sanjis?
Either he might be contemplating whether to play the Charlotte Linlin, the 7 cost
The
from
one-
from Rock's Pirate,
Maybe?
from EBO 3. Unless I'm just trying to think what he's gonna play with 7. No, never mind. Grab Blade might be Grab Blade. There's Grab Blade. Okay.
Okay.
Bottom decks both the Bond Clay as well as the what's her name?
Porsche.
Great choices due to the fact that one, he doesn't need to bottom deck the blocker. He does have a Usahachi available
Yes.
if he wants to go for a swing. 2, reduce the pressure on the board, so doesn't have to use that much counter. But also, Bond Clay being on the field can copy the opponent's character's power. So basically, as Luffy, you want to have big bodies on the board, right?
You don't want Bond Clays
You
on
don't
the
want-
opponent's board.
Exactly. Great play by Ethan. We have 3 Dons still remaining. Unfortunately, I think he doesn't have any big bodies in his cards, in his hand. Please, Ethan, sir, can you please show us your cards?
Ethan might also just be going, I know I win late game. I'm just going to try and play as safe as possible for this first 5 turns of the game. And then once I've started drawing 2 a turn, stacking my deck, and I know exactly what I'm going to be doing every single turn, I'm laughing. So this, Adam just played the new Porsche searcher out. So check top 5 and add Foxy Pirates. So absolutely wonderful card to add. New support that came into Foxy alongside the new 8 cost Foxy.
Yeah, there's also there is, despite Foxy having like what you call it, the 3 cost mini Onigashima. I keep forgetting his name, but he does have the 8 cost Foxy still also in his arsenal, being able to not just also take advantage of the leader ability minusing 3 and then resting a leader or a character, but also being able to ramp up an extra bigger body as well, because I believe that's the biggest body that Foxy can actually play. The 8 cost 9,000 power Foxy from EBO 4.
Yep, and 9,000 power is incredibly annoying for UP Luffy because they can't just use a single 1 cost counter event to get out of it, excluding Gum Gum Giant. So they're going to have to be forced to drop 2 cards every single time.
Attaches the 2 Don onto the Foxy, swing 7 into the
7 is an interesting number.
7 into the Zojuro. Is it gonna be Zojuro? Because Zojuro has already done his part. He doesn't need. He's only good there for the early game. So maybe he's just trying to clear less pressure onto the board. No, never mind. Sorry, no, it's not onto the Zojuro. It's actually, is it?
It might be. Like, that does put him to 8k, so it does get out of the attack.
Does trash his other Zojuro on the field, will draw 2 cards. Gets himself you get rid of the Zojuro, you get another Zojuro from that draw.
He did also draw a Roger. So,
the 8 cost promo.
Yes.
Yeah, 8 cost promo Roger. Great thing to have, especially bunking it up stuff to plus 2,000 for the crackback. And it's 8,000. You have to do a lot of dollar investment in that, especially in this situation with Adam. Doesn't have any big bodies on the field.
Also, just adding a Sanji off the top 5. This is looking incredibly good for Ethan right now.
Did we manage to see what that stack was on top?
No.
Here we go. It does draw. It is resting.
I'm sure we will see the stack in a second, though. But
2 promo Rogers? 3 promo Rogers!
Oh, my lord. Never mind. Ethan is not hitting that Sanji Roger combo this turn.
Oh Man, is he gonna? But obviously, he's stacked it. Like, all right. Let's just see how he goes here. If he plays this Roger, because it's most likely because he doesn't have the correct stack in order to play the
Yeah.
Sanji. Let's see how he goes over here. He does, man. Dare I say he has a lot of bricks in hand? Let's see. He does have two blockers, two Nami blockers, as well as one Zojuro, and also 2K. So if my math is correct, that is 5K worth of counter power.
I do wonder then, does that lead down the avenue? Do you just play the Nami blocker out to start putting Rogers back onto the top of your deck, so you can then start
that is also true.
using observation haki to put them down
Yeah.
and start hitting them off Sanji?
Being able to draw 3 and then putting 2 back into the thing just to top. I mean, you can if you like.
It's not the worst play.
It's not the worst play, but it does just instead decide to use the Roger, bunking up his leader to plus 2,000, going to 8.
I mean, this is also a totally valid play. It puts you at 8,000 power, as you called out, and Foxy can't really swing into that right now. He's only at like 4 Don.
Where is the rep? I mean, yeah, he's got the mini Gashima there, but at the same time, it's like we need to see the
He needs to have like the 7 cost Foxy out to start
Yes.
ramping again,
Yep.
or even seeing some chopper blockers, because at the moment he's so far down on Don. Like, what's he gonna do? Like, not much pressure is gonna be coming out towards UP Luffy.
He's got 2 choices. Like, one, obviously he can't go for the off. I mean, he can swing into the Zordro to
Yeah.
decrease the pressure on the board, but at the same time, man, that 10K swing from that Roger is gonna be painful. But luckily, he's got the 2 chopper the 2 cost chopper blocker on the field right now. So let's see what Adam does. He goes for a 2 and gets himself. You know what's better than 1 chopper? We get
2 choppers.
Mhm. Absolutely. So just blocking it up there. Hopefully Adam does remember that Ethan does have a little Uso Hachi action.
Yeah.
Lock and loaded in his hand, being able to rest one of them.
Got to be careful. 2 blockers does make you feel safe, but sometimes it's a bit of a trap. You
Yep.
get a bit greedy. You're like, okay, I'm going to tap out fully, not leave anything up for slow beam, and then I get immediately punished and lose.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but it is a minus 1 Don, right?
Ooh. I think it is a -1 Dom, but it is plus 2,000 power. The cost is kind of negligible when you start to want to play it, though, like the neg Don cost.
Yeah, it is.
Because once you're at that point, you're like, okay, I'm just going to go back up to 10 every single turn. So who knows what's going to happen. Although Adam is
good for an 8K swing.
Yeah, why
So,
not?
why not? I mean, you're getting more, cards off hand. It's so intimidating. You're versing UP Luffy. You see all these cards in hand, but little does Adam know, he doesn't actually have that much counter.
No. UP Luffy lives and dies by cycling.
Yeah.
Does not matter. It's like I have 20 cards in hand at some point, and all of it's just bricks.
Oh my gosh, he won't be able to play the Sanji again because he needs he got himself the Gear 2 from the observation Haki leader ability, but now no big bodies. There is going to be the Red Rock, and he just places it on top.
I feel like at that point, if you're seeing a very mediocre top 5, you should be putting it on the bottom and just trying to get new cards into your limelight as soon as possible.
When you said that you could probably play the the Nami just to kind of draw cards and put cards back into the. I think that was actually a pretty good pretty good idea because man, regardless of how good of a player you are, everyone has a common name, and I'll say it time and time again, RNG. It's always going to be RNG. And you know what, Roger? Oh my gosh, we're seeing not one. I'm seeing 4 Rogers. No, just 2 Rogers bunking his leader up to plus 2,000 once more. That 8K power.
Ethan is probably happy still at this point in time, though. He's just like, I'm not getting hit anytime soon. I am still drawing 2 cards a turn, and you can only throw 1 attack at me.
Oh my gosh.
So it's going to be a very interesting aspect. Yep, Adam taking it. Going down to 2 life, which is starting to get a bit worrying if I was Adam.
I'm just curious.
Once you start equalizing life with UP Luffy, you have to be a bit concerned, because I feel like you do need to race that deck down to try and put more pressure on before it comes out. But this is a 7 cost Foxy Pirate. This is a wonderful card. It gives all your opponent's characters negative 1,000 power and has the activate main to ramp 1 in rest. So this allows us to start keeping our Don to a decent amount alongside Idamimizu. So I'm ramping 2 cards additional a turn.
Yep.
And also starting to protect my board a tiny bit further or making it a bit easier on my hand. So absolutely love seeing this 1 card hit. I think if I was in Adam's position, I would like to see maybe at least 1 more.
Yeah.
Because once you start hitting that negative 2,000 power reduction, that's just saving a 2k counter every single attack.
Do you feel like it's a little too late?
I do feel that might be the case. As called out, Adam did have a really strong start, being able to stun the board. But at the same time, he didn't get the chance to ramp up to 7 Don to be able to start playing these Foxys out.
And it's okay, a little too late, a little too soon as well. Oh my gosh, just Red Roxy, 7 cost Foxy. You know what? Here's your little,
Never mind.
10 seconds of fame. Get out of here. We don't want to see you. But just really just utilizing that rare bottom taking advantage of, like, I don't want to give you any bigger bodies, mate. And that's a power of blue.
Adam is probably thinking, oh man, Ethan has seen absolutely everything this game. And Ethan is like, I have no counter. I have only combat tricks, Rogers, and, a will to live.
Look, regardless if you don't manage to pull off the 9 cost Sanji, I mean, yeah, it kind of puts a halt onto the acceleration of building up your board with the big boss monsters. But at this situation, I mean, Ethan is basically dominating the board with the 2 Rogers. Dare I say that he summons the 3rd Roger in the next turn? I mean, in the next turn?
Why not? The gang's all here. We love Roger. That card single-handedly brought back so many purple decks into, playability.
Yeah, it is not also that, but, I remember when promo cards weren't really being implemented in certain, but it's cool that Bandai has been creating these cards slowly with yes. Promo cards like Roger. We even have some of the 4-cost Robin from the Heroine.
Yes.
We have the new 4 Emperors, the new promos. I don't know how people are going to implement that in their deck, but we'll just have to wait and see. I'm pretty sure they're legal.
I think they are. And have you seen that Shanks?
Have you seen that Black bit?
Okay. Yes, that is a horrifying card. Just turning off absolutely every ability the opponent has when he attacks is like, all my blockers are no longer a blocker. They just exist.
What is that card that he played just then? It's the glares. It's Divine Departure.
Divine Departure is such a good card. Honestly, I've been using Divine Departure more and more lately, and I've been seeing it being played purely for the power reduction effect.
Yeah.
I know Purple and L next set loves that card. Yeah. It's like, well, I have a board full of 2,000 power bodies. I can make you 2,000 power.
You're going to join that club with me. But that minus 8,000 power, bunking that down to 2,000 and being able to utilize the minis on the board. That's a 2,000 into 2,000. Here you've seen it here first, ladies and gents. It's Porsche going toe-to-toe with Roger. 2,000 for 2,000. He's going to pitch out a 1k counter. I mean,
this
why
is clearly
not,
a
right?
cannon fight as well. Porsche can handle Roger a peak of prime.
2,000 into 2,000. We'll have to pitch out a 1k counter. It does have 4 Dons still active. Now, Ethan's just called what? I think he can let it go due to the fact that he does have secretly another Roger in hand.
I'm sorry. I'm just thinking it's like another one.
Another one.
Another one.
So let's see, we have another additional 2 Don onto the Foxy Pirates and
swinging 8,000 power is good. Does Ethan have the counter to get out is a question.
He doesn't have he can do a 2-in-1, so Usahachi as well as a Nami 4-cost, 5-cost blocker, but he's actually playing.
Oh, he's got the event.
And goes for a gear 2, bunking that up all the way to 9.
At the same time, if I'm Ethan, I'm thinking Adam has no board. He's not threatening whatsoever.
He's not.
If I can get out of an attack, I'm just gonna do it. Yeah. Let's maintain this healthy life total. Ethan has now drawn about 4 or 5 cards off the leader effect as well, so that card advantage of UP Luffy is really starting to kick in.
Another thing, we just saw that he got himself another gear 2 from that top, but I think he bottom decked it. Now, I mean, dare I say that he risks it for the biscuit and plays a 9-cost Sanji just to go for a blind? I don't know. I see him. You cheeky.
He's thinking about it.
He's thinking about it. Naughty. All right.
I mean, as someone who has played blue-purple before, not Luffy, the other blue-purple deck,
yeah.
Going for blind Sanjis is sometimes the most rewarding feeling in the world. I've hit Oh, he's doing the Nami.
Oh, he's doing the Nami. Okay, here we go. Oh, it would have been great
Oh.
if he played the Naiko Sanji into the Mihawk.
Did you see the card after the Mihawk?
It was
There
a pudding.
That's also a good card to hit. Like,
Oh, man.
Naiko Sanji into blind hit pudding would have been the most tilting moment of the tournament.
That is so intimidating. Look at his hand size. If I was at him and I'm like, yo, I need an adult.
Adam is just like, I wish I had pudding at this
Oh,
point.
man. All right, goes for it. Is that don't you dare! He does not put it. Oh, Ethan. Okay. You know what? Stop it. He's already dead.
Maybe Ethan is actually being a good guy here, and he's like, you know what? You've clearly had a bad hand.
Yeah.
Let's just get you a new one. Let's start the game fresh.
Yeah. Oh man, Adam. I'm so curious to see what Adam had in his hand.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's as you've said though, like, and as we've seen, UP Luffy. Once it gets to turn 10, turn 11,
Yeah.
you're like, I'm kind of chilling here.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. What? Like, it's
either-
cruise control right now.
either you've got like no threats out on the board, and I have a full board, or I'm just kind of chilling. But yeah, like that extra 5 cards UP Luffy draws over the course of the game works out so well for your hand size. And I know we haven't really spoken about what happens post rotation as well, but does UP Luffy get significantly buffed because he can't be putting
You can't be putting, and well, there's a lot of cards that can't be, putting them. Well, like you mentioned before, Ace, Emu, and oh my gosh, you just
like they're the big
non-stop.
ones that people immediately jump to, but like UP Luffy may be coming back.
See how we go now. It's gonna be on the 8 Don turn play. Have we even seen Adam be on 10 Don at this point?
No. From turn 2 onwards, this man has ripped the leader effect, and honestly, I respect the moxie for it. Like,
He good plays 1. Okay, here we go. It's
here we
the-
go.
Yes,
the new Foxy.
the better Foxy, but it's a little too late now. Dare I say, Ethan, do you have it on Red Rock?
Yeah, like, come on. We can't let Adam start playing the game after we put it.
Oh man, just stop. That's too much. That's too much. Like the board presence already. I mean, in the next turn, he can play himself. He goes for a 6k swing. Really try to bait out as many cards as possible from Adam's hand. Pitches himself a 2k counter.
I mean, that's one of the benefits of putting. Like, you just play it, rip their hand size down to a really lower number, and then you just start poking for 5, 6, 6.
Yeah.
And if Adam's at 1 life, he can't easily take that. Like, he's at risk of dying any turn now.
Yeah, especially, well, I'm only counting it as only one
True.
blocker on the field because he has the Usohachi
That
still available.
Usohachi
Yeah.
from turn 2, well, turn 3,
Yeah.
is finally paying dividends.
Uses the leader ability to rest. Was it leader or was it promo? It would have to be the promo Roger, right?
You surely have to keep that promo Roger stunned every single turn.
Yeah.
The other thing that's interesting to note, and we might have glossed over it up until now, is that Bon Clay that has been sitting on board for the entire game now is 9,000 power.
I'm not gonna lie to you, I completely forgot about that bonk play.
People-
it is 9,000 power. It's really taking full effect of its presence on the board.
Like, Ethan might not want to play Red Rock, and he's got 2 Usohachis. He can just go Usohachi, and start swinging big
Just
numbers.
probably just finish. And you know what's really concerning as well? Adam doesn't have any Don open.
No, he can't slow beam to save himself here. Like, he's got 4 cards in hand. He's at risk. Oh my lord, I just saw Ethan's library.
Oh, what is
Like-
that? He's got enough cards to get himself a side deck over here. That's crazy. Is it going to be? Don't tell me. Okay, he's going for it.
Oh,
Right.
please.
Sanji into a
Is it the Mihawk?
Roger.
Another Roger.
Oh well, he did use the Nami.
Yeah.
He did use the Nami on playability. And it
Adam's
face,
just-
like,
Oh no.
He did that Jujutsu Kaisen me like, oh. Oh, poor Adam. And Ethan's just having the time of his life.
I mean, if there's a game you want on stream, like, it's the one you have a bit of an awkward start, you navigate it to top tables, and then you just like, into the later turns, and then you're like, you know what, let's just start swinging face.
Yeah, he just goes for a swing, does take Adam down to 1 life, goes for a 9k swing with the Bon Clay. He pitches out a 2-2 and a 1. He does have 2 blockers still available because he's being cautious of just keeping them up or not. Now, what is Adam going to do? It's looking very quite harsh on Adam's side at this
I
point.
hate to say, but Adam needs to win this turn, and I don't think it's possible.
Yeah, no way. Especially with that amount of cards in hand, the leader being bumped up to 8,000 power. Despite there being no blocker on the field, he is still currently on 2 life as well and has 1 Don active.
Yep.
For that Gum Gum Giant.
Like, Adam needs to commit 3 Don for his leader to be able to hit, and that's it. He can get 2 attacks in. But the UP Luffy player, as you've been calling out the entire game, Uso Hachi's now has two of them in hand. He's like double loaded. He's ready to just drop them next turn and rest the 2 Tony choppers and then just start poking face.
Oh, the Usachi's going to cause so much chaos in the next turn. We'll see how we go. Does he even actually have any ability? That porting play really put a dent in Adam in regards to his utilities. I wish we could see their hand. Well, Adam, we just have to wait and see. He does have 10 Dons still available to just kind of muck around with. He's got either 2 options. Prepare for the crackback.
Yep.
Those 2 blockers are going to become rentless as useless, and just keep Don up. Hopefully, he does have any slow beams, and even taking advantage of the leader ability. Does he play himself a 7 cost? I believe. No, it's going to be.
This is one of the new cards, and this is just removal. So as I said, it removes the 6,000 power or less.
Yep.
This hits the Nami. So
it's 1 less swing.
Yep.
Well, let's take it from a hindsight. Okay, so he can use the leader ability -3 to stun either man. He needs to get rid of that bonker. He has to get one of.
I mean, if he swings leader into Bon Clay, that is most likely going to kill it. He can freeze the leader and then the Roger.
Yeah.
That's 2 attacks coming at him next turn. If he has slow beam, and Ethan for some reason doesn't just don up Roger for the first swing for the 14,000 power. Maybe Adam can get out with like a blast breath or something spicy.
You're so optimistic, bro. We'll see how we go over here. Now Adam just contemplating on his decisions.
But honestly, credit to Ethan. He's been adding these Uso Hachis to hand from turn 3 onwards.
Yeah.
He's really starting to tailor the hand he needed to go for lethal, and convincingly win. So he's been like crafting this game plan over the last
just
7 or 8 turns at this point.
Like, regardless whether I played that Sanji so late into the game, I still have the other bigger bodies, and it's not going to phase me at all.
Yep.
Especially not seeing Adam's own bigger bodies in so late into the game. It feels like RNG did a dent on both players, but as you all know, Luffy does take full advantage of the whole late game situation regardless. I mean, it would have been really bad luck if Ethan didn't see any of his big bodies at all, but he decides to go with himself a Porsche play over here. No Don open.
No Don open does mean that he doesn't have the slow beam. So maybe he's looking for just another chopper blocker.
Chopper block with what Don?
I mean, Porsche plays it.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it's too early, mate. I need to get. That is also true.
Sorry.
No. You're right.
Also, realistically, you don't see many Foxy pirate decks around ever. I would not be surprised if Adam is like one of 2 Foxy pirates here today. So we've got an interesting round 1. I love to see it. Love to hear people playing their fun decks. I mean, well, it's also good. Let's not beat it.
Yeah. He's going to go for a 9k swing, contemplating whether to... Yeah, he's going to be a 9k swing into the lead. Can pitch out a 2k counter, or does have the... And he does exactly that, using the Otama, bunking it up to 10 over here, and passes the turn over to Ethan. Ethan is Mihawk, and Adam is Zoro, like they were in the Barate. He's got his arms, like, just finished me off, brother. Let's see how he ends up finishing this round. Let's see how we go.
I really do want to get a card count in Ethan's hand at this point. It's got to be like 12.
Adam's only got 2 cards in hand.
Oh, well, okay, I'll start counting Ethan's side here. It might take a bit longer, but...
Dare I say he just plays the 2 Osahachis?
I think it's like 11 or 12 cards in Ethan's hand.
I'm going to trust you on that.
Yep, that's the word.
That's a word. Your word is, that's it. All right, Here we go.
We use the secret commentator hand canvas to count it.
That's the first Usahachi. Okay, and then there's the...
and here comes the second.
You got to play the second, mate.
You know what's better than 1 Usahachi?
Yeah, you know what? 2 for the price of 1, mate. Here we go. No, well, not for the price of 1, but here we go. Here's the other Usahachi. Rests his blocker, and here we go. Goes for the final swing. He does have 4 Don. It's still available. We'll be able to go for a 9k swing, and it is a two cards in hand. You can't really do much.
There's 3 cards, but...
Oh, it's minus...
yeah. Oh.
Actually, no, he got rid of the 7 cost, and it's pretty much GG.
GG. We do love seeing UP and Foxy on stream. We love to hear it. We love to see it. And honestly, that was a really good round one. Like, UP did not go according to plan perfectly every single time. He had an awkward start.
Mm-hmm.
He